After the first 2 seasons of the horror series, Scream received relatively decent feedback from the fans. Now the third season, Scream, is released 3 years after the second season. The last news about the series based on Wes Craven's movies was 2016 with the Halloween special in feature length. However, after a long wait, fans of The Masked Murderer will not be quite so satisfied. Because as it is now clear, the content of the third season produced by Queen Latifah has hardly anything to do with its predecessors. Whether the fans will get satisfied with some old-school slasher horror remains to be seen, but at least Roger Jackson, the killer of the original movies, will return. This time the story takes place in Atlanta and revolves around a young, aspiring football player who is struggling with his past. In the USA, the 6 episodes of the third season are to be broadcast on VH1 next month. After we reported about a new version of Avengers Endgame last week, we now know what the exact content of the about 7-minute additional material will be. At the latest, with the broadcast of this news episode, only the extended version will be shown in all cinemas. For all of you who are wondering whether a new cinema visit is worthwhile or not, we will list the new features of the extended version below. The 7 minutes will consist of a 20-second long foreword by directors Joe and Anthony Russo. In addition, there will be a post-credit scene with Professor Hulk and the long-awaited tribute to Marvel creator Stan Lee. Finally, there is a preview of Spider-Man Far From Home, which marks the end of the Infinity Saga. So whether or not it's worth going back to the movies is up to each of you to decide for yourself. A few weeks ago we reported about a potential 4th Matrix part. Now the ambitions seem to become more and more concrete. Because after John Wick 3 director and Matrix stunt double Chad Stahelski recently confirmed the involvement of the Wachowski siblings, a shooting start seems to have leaked out. According to information from Geeks Worldwide, this is expected to be in the first half of 2020. However, the story will not be planned as a sequel, but will simply be set in the same universe as its predecessors. That's why the main character is not Keanu Reeves anymore, but Black Panther actor Michael B. Jordan. The script will be written by Zach Penn, who also contributed to The Incredible Hulk and Marvel's The Avengers. According to Geeks Worldwide, Lana Wachowski will take a seat in the director's chair, while other sources report that Lily Wachowski will also be the director. In view of the current rumors, it is difficult to predict a cinema release, though it is considered certain that it will not be before 2021. Since the beginning of the week there have been rumors about the new Black Widow film. Starting point of the speculations were new pictures from the set. Scarlett Johansson's stunt double Florence Pugh was shown on the set with a dummy that seems to be based on her. In addition, there is a leaked picture showing 2 boxes with the names Natasha and Yelena. Some fans combine this with the fact that Florence Pugh will be seen as a spy Yelena Belova, alongside Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff. Like Romanoff, Belova is also an agent from the Red Room Academy and also codenamed Black Widow. In the comics she appears from time to time, sometimes on the side of Romanoff, sometimes on the opposite side. Black Widow is produced by Kate Shortland and will be shown in the cinemas at the beginning of next year. The extremely successful science fiction novel Good Morning Midnight will now be turned into a film in a new Netflix project in cooperation with the Hollywood superstar. No one less than George Clooney will direct the new project and at the same time slip into one of the leading roles. According to the Deadline magazine, Mark L. Smith's script has already been written and the production company Smokehouse, owned by Clooney, is now waiting for production start in October. The content of Lily Brooks Dalton's novel is the story of 2 scientists and their fates. Augustine, played by Clooney, is in search of the question of infinity. After an incident at his research station at the North Pole happens, he evacuates everyone and decides to be the only one left behind. Shortly afterwards, he meets the mysterious girl Iris, with whom he has to deal from now on in one place isolated from the outside world. On the other hand, the fate of the astronaut Sullivan is thematicized, who explored the planet Jupiter with her team and is now supposed to return to Earth. However, they lose contact with Earth and now seem to be lost in the vastness of space. All those who are interested in this exciting topic will have to wait at least until autumn next year till the cinemas start. The third part of the Annabelle series about the terrifying horror doll will shortly be released in the cinemas. The reviews so far are positive throughout, and even the age rating, which has been known for a short time, should come as no surprise, as it will be R-rated. In contrast to its predecessors, the third part will be based after the story of Conjuring, in other words after 1971. The couple Ed and Lorraine Warren finally want to make the puppet non-destructive in the third part. Instead of giving in, however, Annabelle has a different plan. She wakes up all the other artifacts in the cellar of the Warrens and puts not only the Warren parents but also her daughter in danger. Annabelle 3 will be in the UK cinemas on 10th of July 2019. The blonde world-saver Flash Gordon, whose film rights Disney has secured through the Fox deal, will get a new edition. Thor 3 director Taika Waititi was hired for this. However, the plan is not to make a real film like in the 80s, but an animated film. John Davis, who already has experience in the science fiction business with films like Predator and Waterworld, will take over the production. Waititi himself mentions Flash Gordon as an important influence for his MCU film Thor: Ragnarok. When Flash Gordon will save the Earth from the intergalactic Emperor Ming is not yet known.